All righty, we're still admitting some people. They're coming in. Good, I was going to say morning, but it's not morning now. It's afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Felina Cordova-Marx. For those that don't know me, I'm an assistant professor here at the University of Arizona's College of Public Health in Tucson, where we are on the traditional homelands of the Tohono O'odham and the Pasquayaqui. I myself am a member of the Hopi tribe. So thank you everyone for being here today, and I'm going to pass it to Billy. Billy, does everyone at NASA mind showing them again, waving?
So did you want me to introduce myself real quick?
Yeah, if you can introduce yourself, and then just if everybody there doesn't mind, if you could turn camera on again real quick and just so we can wave.
Of course. Right. Hello, everyone. My name is William Carson. I'm a member of Okeawinge and a second-year doctoral student in the College of Public Health. I'm the graduate research assistant for Dr. Cordova-Marx, and excited to see everybody here today, over Zoom and then in person. Yes, and so we have some people here in person, and then we have some additional people also coming in, it looks like. So looks like we're gonna have quite a few people, so it's exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, if you haven't seen the chat, Jessica says to get out a journal, paper, and pen for the start. Feel free to turn off your cameras, turn them on, whatever you're comfortable with. I'll probably turn mine off so I can pull out my put my mat down. All right, so I'm going to pass it off to Jessica. Thank you so much for being here today, Jessica.
I'm muted, that's why. I was talking away. Just make sure you can see me okay. All right, does it look kind of blurry on your end?
Yeah, it does look a little blurry.
Okay, I think the focus is off. My husband and I were trying to figure out the settings. Let's see. That look any better? Okay, hang on one sec. Bear with me.
Still looks a bit blurry. Oh, wait, it's coming into focus. There we go.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
I took the autofocus off, so it'll be good now.
Okay.
Do you want to do one last check?
No, it's okay. Perfect. Thanks.
And then
It looks good right there. And Jessica, feel free to introduce yourself however you like.
Sure.
Passing everything off to Jessica.
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Gilika Stochla Nugo Amlat Sutsalas, Hetman Jessica, Guklin Lach Yelis, Gaiflin Lacha Numbis to Chachwatmis to Kwayo. So good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to be back sharing this space with all of you. I appreciate William staying in touch, and yeah, I just want to connect with you all, give a bit of an overview of what to expect for our practice today. So it's called Shelter from the Storm. And the idea is to take a bit of time to connect with just a check-in of how you're doing and how things are going at this time of the year. I know it's a busy time for many of you who are in school or who are busy working. So just taking the next hour or so to connect with some of those feelings and to move through them. And I'll get into a bit more of the theme in a moment, but if you have a pen and paper or a journal that you like to write in, this is just for your own practice, and you're welcome to do so, or just to sit in meditation as we go through just the first part of the check-in. And then we'll get started with a little bit of meditation and breath work, or pranayam. And we're going to do a little bit of chanting today. It's a beautiful mantra that goes along with this theme, and some gentle movement. And what else? And then we'll close with just a few thoughts or a few words. So if those of you who are on your computer, if you'd like to maybe introduce yourself and where you're from in a few words, maybe 1 to 3 words of how you're feeling right now, that would be great to give me a sense of how everyone's feeling in the moment. So it's hard in this virtual space when we're not able to, read each other's expressions and connect with one another in person. So it just helps me to get a better sense of how I can cater this time that we have together. So you're welcome to take the next minute or so to do that. And for William and the folks that are joined in person, if you wouldn't mind just getting maybe a group consensus or some emotions of how people are feeling, just 1 to 3 words, and feel free to put it in the chat there. And if you're feeling a little bit hesitant to type it in the chat, you can also just write this on your paper or in your journal. Just a few words of how you're feeling right now in this moment. Okay, some people feeling content, tired, and anxious. Yeah. Sounds like some anxiety, shared anxiety, distraction, overwhelmed and tired, stressed and exhausted. Okay. Thank you for sharing, anticipating. So without getting too much into our own heads about, all of what we're feeling, because we can often create whole stories that go along with this. Let's just take a moment to pause and to get grounded into our bodies. So that might mean sitting comfortably in a chair, or if you have a mat or something to sit on. For this practice, it'd be nice to have, if you've got an extra layer, like I've got a folded blanket here, I've got a bolster, but pillows work just fine too. If you're feeling any tightness in your hips, you can also fold another blanket or put a pillow underneath your seat. It just gives a little bit of lift and takes a bit of pressure off of your hips. And so when you're ready, we're going to start with just belly breathing. And you're welcome to have your eyes open or closed. If you choose to keep them open, just a gentle suggestion to keep your gaze soft and maybe looking downwards towards one place on the floor. And wherever you are, rooting into your sitting bones and trying to bring your shoulders, your neck, and your head to sit on top of your hips or your sitting bones. And seeing how that alignment helps you to just sit up maybe a little bit straighter. Maybe allows for a bit more space in your belly. Your hands can be gently resting in your lap or on your thighs. And we'll just take the next 10 breaths or so just to check in with your breath. Invitation to bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, just where your teeth meet your palate. Allows our jaw to be As you're ready here to start bringing your awareness into your belly button, into the area around your belly. Sometimes it helps to actually bring one hand there. And for every inhale, filling up your belly with breath, feeling your tummy touch your palm of your hand if your hand is there. And every exhale, allowing the navel to move a little bit closer towards the spine. Take a few more breaths just like that. And when you're ready, maybe expanding a little bit more. So filling your breath, so filling the top of your lungs, expanding your chest and your belly. So breathing with your whole chest and belly. And exhaling, releasing. And just take the next 4 to 6 breaths, really expanding. Breathing in through your nose and maybe exhaling through your nose as well. And the goal here is to lengthen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. And we don't want to force the breath in any way. So just trying to find a comfortable way to expand. Finding a bit of softness. When you're ready, we're going to bring our hands into what's called a mudra or a gesture. It's an energetic seal. And so I'll give you a couple of options here. This first one is called Unshakable Trust. So you bring your right hand, your right palm towards your heart and the left palm just on top. And we're going to actually interlace. So the 3 fingers, your index, middle, and ring finger stay down, whereas the pinky and the thumb can expand. So you can see that. And we just hook the thumb with the pinky finger on either side, and then the 3 fingers kind of cup here. So I'll just come a little bit closer so you can see. So we're kind of grabbing hold, and so you hold onto your hands like so. And so with your palms like so, we're going to open the shoulders, open the collarbones, and you just gently pulling at the wrists, at the hands, so that you're creating a direction that goes just a little bit of connection there in the hands. And this is a seal that we're going to hold, and it's called Unshakable Trust. So we're really cultivating a sense of self-trust, a sense of connection to our purpose. And while we're here, we're going to be cultivating a connection to a mantra or a chant that we're going to share. I'm going to just invite this one to start if that's not comfortable. There's another one that's called Ganesha Mudra, where you bring the right thumb down and the left thumb up, and then just hook the fingers to touch. So you'll see how that goes in your body. It still requires a little bit of opening through the shoulders. And if at any point, if you start to feel fatigued or just unsure, just feel free to bring your hands and keep it simple, maybe hands facing up or down. And so over the next couple minutes, we're going to be here cultivating this. And the invitation is just to keep that steady breath. And if you're new to any chanting or sound practice, the invitation is to follow along, or you can also just simply receive. And so the chant today is to the goddess Durga, and Durga is the divine feminine. So this is a mantra for protection and for strength. And it's a salutation to the feminine protect. And so, which is the universal celebration of all. Dum, which is Durga, and Durgaye, which is the name of the goddess, and Namaha. So I'll start with a few of these, and we're going to do about just 21 of them. So feel free to join in as we get started. So it goes Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. So taking a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. One more big exhale. And begin. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. 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 Last one. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Salutations to the divine feminine for our protection. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. Your eyes are closed, gently opening. We'll start with some Sufi grinds. So these are just gentle circles. So coming forward and back. And these circles can be as big or small as you like, as feels good in your body. I do these every day, and they really help to loosen up my lower back and my hips. Like many of you, I'm also a student, so I do a lot of sitting and reading. And so this is a really good movement to take. And I can take it more than once a day, a couple more times in this direction, and we'll switch. And it can become a moving meditation as well. And when you're ready, taking it to the other direction. Wherever you are, linking your breath here. Last one. And coming back to center. When you're ready, we're going to do some gentle neck circles. So feel free to just take half circles if you've got any pain or discomfort in your neck, or if you have the mobility, you can take a full circle. Just gently tracing your nose from either side of your shoulders all the way up towards the sky and around. Two more in this direction. When you're ready, taking it over the other direction. Just being very gentle with your body, mindful of your breath. Never forcing, just going with the flow. And bringing your head back to neutral. When you're ready here, bringing the right hand over towards the left side of the head, and we'll bend the right ear towards the right shoulder, just stretching out the left side of the neck. Might feel good. You can accentuate the stretch by bringing your left fingertips towards the earth. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. Releasing the head, coming back to neutral, taking it over to the other side. Three smooth, deep breaths. When you're ready, releasing. Bring our right hand over towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, sweep up your left arm. Maybe just reaching towards the sky. That feels good in your body. You can also lean over a little bit more, take a bit more of a side stretch, opening through the left side waist. Wherever you are, spinning, opening your heart towards the sky. Maybe even looking up for one more deep breath here. And your next inhale, coming back up to center, taking it over to the other side. So walking the left fingertips over, inhaling, reaching the right arm towards the sky. That feels good in your body. You might lean over the right fingertips a little bit more, stretching through the side waist. Wherever you are, spinning your heart towards the sky, taking a deep breath in. When you're ready, gently releasing. We're going to make our way into child's pose. So finding a comfortable place, you can have your big toes touching, and a couple options here. Your knees can be nice and wide, or you can bring them closer together. So whatever feels more accessible to your body. You can also extend your arms out in front of you here or bring them behind you. So I'll give you a couple of variations. We're going to be here for 5 deep breaths. My hope is that you can bring your forehead to the earth. And if you're having any difficulties reaching here, please use any bolsters, cushions, or blankets to support your body. And we're taking this moment to go inward, so really connecting with your breath here. Just allowing things to slow down. Slow down in our mind, slow down in our body. Bring your left hand to stack on top of your right. We're just going to stretch a little bit through the left side waist. And when you're ready, walking both of your hands over towards the left. So maybe stacking your right hand on top of your left palm and stretching through the right side waist. We're still in that child's pose form. Keeping the forehead on the earth if you can. Finding a steadiness in your breath. And on your next inhale, coming onto all fours. So bringing your knees underneath your hips, spread your fingers nice and wide on your mat, on your blanket. And we're just going to take some gentle movements here to keep warming up the spine. So cat cow, might feel good to exhale and round the spine, round the neck, bringing the nose towards your heart. And on your inhale, slowly unraveling your spine, opening your heart and lifting up your chest, maybe even looking up and repeating. So we're going to do enough cycles of this for the next minute or so to really warm up the spine. And the invitation here is to really go inwards and follow your breath. So allow your breath to be the guide. Allow your breath to massage your spine. Maybe slowing down or feeling out any spaces that feel like they need a little bit of attention. And just getting curious with the sensations that come up or the thoughts that arise. And just allow them to move through you as you're moving your body. Feel free to take it in a non-linear direction as well if you want to do some circles. Feels good in your body. When you're ready, we're going to come sit on to our just face towards you here. So sitting onto your heels. You can also sit on a block or anything to make any more space for your knees. We're going to be here for about a minute or so, but just that same variation. So maybe bringing your hands towards your knees, and instead of moving the whole head and neck, we're just going to lift the heart forward and exhale around the spine. So keeping the chin a little bit parallel to the floor, just allowing the movement to come from the upper and mid back. Just the same movement here. And just seeing how that feels through your shoulders. And from here, we're going to circle out the shoulders. So bringing them down, forward, up, and back. We're going to start in this direction and then switch, but just really taking a moment to allow the shoulders and the muscles surrounding them to soften. And then the other direction. Just allowing your breath to help guide the movement. And when you're ready here, we're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up, and exhale, let them drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Just letting go of any tension, any stress in the body. I know I carry a lot of mine in my neck and my shoulders. So using your breath and your body to help to release any stored up energy. Last one. Inhale Exhale, release. Shaking it out. From here, this invitation to inhale, sweep your arms up. So we're going to make our arms like a V shape. Sitting nice and tall. And from here, we're going to invite the breath in. So it's sort of like we're channeling in some energy. So imagining that we're cultivating the energy from the sun. So light energy coming in through the fingers and radiating down the arms into the heart. So we're going to follow the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold your breath here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out through the arms into the fingertips for 4, 3, 2, 1, and repeat inhaling fingertips to heart for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at your heart, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out to your fingertips for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at your heart for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling, gently releasing from the fingertips for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing your arms back down. You were rubbing your palms together. And just noticing that energy between your fingertips, between your hands. Breathing in a deep breath. And we're just going to gently rub that through our head, our scalp, our forehead, to our neck, our shoulders, maybe even gently massaging at the ears. This is really calming for our nervous system. Even throughout the day, you can take a couple of deep breaths, the neck circles and shoulder shrugs that we did, and just rub your ears, and it helps to just calm the nervous system. Gently releasing, shaking out the wrists, side to side. All right, so we're going to get into a little bit more of an active part of our practice. So we're going to do a few sun salutations here. So if you've got anything in the way, I want to just move it over to the side and join me at the top of your mat. We'll start just by bringing our feet. You can have your feet close together. So big toes between your heel, or if you feel like you need a little bit more stability, you can take your feet about hips width apart and softly bend your knees. And so we're going to bring our hands out to our side and just find a nice tall spine. Taking a deep breath here. This is our foundational form. This is the mountain pose. So as we move through this next warm up is to really being steady in your breath, as steady and smooth as you can as you're able to breathe in this mountain form. And always invitation to come back here at any point to find your steadiness, find your strength. And as you're ready, we're going to inhale, sweeping the arms up, looking up towards your thumbs, towards your fingertips. If you have a little bit more mobility in your spine, you're also welcome to maybe take a slight back bend, exhaling, bringing your hands through your heart and bending over. So if you've got yoga blocks or anything, you can bring your hands to your blocks. Taking a nice inhale through your nose. Exhale, we're going to send the right leg back. Lower the right knee to the earth, keeping the fingertips on the ground. Inhaling. And maybe looking up and just feeling an opening through the right thigh. On your next exhale, planting the hands, sending the left knee back and coming into child's pose just for one breath. Coming back forward, lifting the hips up to the sky and sending the right foot forward, lowering the left knee to the earth. Inhaling onto fingertips, maybe looking up. Exhaling, sending your left foot to meet your right and folding over your legs. Bend your knees a lot if you've got any tightness in your hamstrings or your lower back. And when you're ready, strong legs, inhaling, reaching all the way up towards the sky. Looking towards your thumbs, your fingertips, and exhale, hands to your heart. Coming back into the mountain pose. Same thing, we're going to inhale, sweeping our arms up, looking towards your thumbs, maybe taking a slight bend, heart opener here, exhaling, hands through heart, fingertips towards the earth. And your next inhale, sending the left foot back, lowering the left knee to the earth, fingertips on the ground, inhaling, heart comes forward, maybe looking up. Exhale, bringing the right foot, right foot back and right knee in line with the left, taking a child's pose here. Coming forward, coming into a downward facing dog, hips in the air, and send that left foot forward and lowering the right knee to the earth. Inhaling, maybe looking up, bending into the left knee. And then on your exhale, sending the right foot to meet the left, folding over your legs. Your next inhale, strong legs, lifting up, looking up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart. Meeting in mountain pose. I'm going to do that again, just a slight variation this time. Inhaling, circling the arms up, looking towards your thumbs, exhaling, folding forward. Send the right knee back, lowering the right knee to the earth, inhaling, looking up, opening through the right thigh, exhaling, left knee meets right. This time you can take child's pose, or you're welcome to take a look at me. We're going to take 8-pointed pose. So we bring our heart, our chin, and our chest to the earth, arching the spine, and on your inhale, opening up into low cobra or upward facing dog, and exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking the right foot between the hands, lowering the left knee to the earth, inhaling, opening up through the left thigh, and exhaling, sending the left foot to meet the right, meeting in forward fold. Strong legs, strong back, inhaling, lifting hands and eyes towards the sky. Exhaling, hands move through heart. And might feel getting too fixated on needing to do things perfectly. We're going to take one more round of that sun salutation here. And the idea is just to get the body moving. It's not about having perfect alignment. It's just about moving the body, moving with breath. As you're ready, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, looking towards your hands. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, lifting the heart, stepping the right foot back, lowering the right knee to the earth. Inhaling, opening up through the heart, link through the spine and both sides of your neck. When you're ready, planting your hands, left knee meets right. Option to take child's pose or lower into 8-pointed pose. So knees on the earth, chest, chin, and on your inhale, coming into a low cobra or upward dog. Exhaling, moving through bent knees, coming into downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward in between your hands, lower the left knee to the earth. Inhaling, opening through the left side of the leg, of the upper thigh. Deep breath in, and on your exhale, stepping the left foot to meet the right. folding forward. Strong legs, strong spine, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Coming into mountain pose again. Couple of deep breaths here. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up. And exhale, we're going to release our hands towards the earth. Might feel good to take your feet a little bit wider. It might feel nice to just fold over your legs, bend your knees as much as you like, and allow your head to flow towards the earth. Allowing for a gentle stretch through the back of the neck, maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back. That's an option. Like to stretch out through the chest, through the arms. Couple of breaths here. When you're ready, gently releasing the hands. And we're going to step the right leg back, left leg back, and just coming into a child's pose. Taking a few deep breaths here. This is always a safe place to come back to and focus your energy inward. Breathing into your back. Expanding through both sides of your waist. And if you're ready, on your next inhale, spreading your fingers wide, we're going to take downward facing dog. So again, we'll just be here for a couple of breaths. So we're not aiming for perfection. It might just feel good to move a little bit here. So pedal the knees, allowing one heel maybe to touch the earth and the other lifts. And just seeing how that feels, really rooting through your thumb and your index, maybe bringing your gaze towards your navel or towards your thighs. Opening the top of the heart on the back. Couple of breaths, just finding stillness. I'm going to step the left foot in between the hands here. And from here, we're going to lower the right knee to the earth. An option to bring your hands towards your knees. If you've got a blanket, it might feel good to actually take that underneath your right knee. They're going to be here for a few breaths. So option to stay in this low lunge. And if you'd like, we're going to come and step your left foot just a little bit wider and bringing your hands towards the inside of your left foot. So this is one option to stay on your fingertips. If you've got a bolster or blocks, you can also use those. And we're going to come a little bit deep. Lizard feels good in your body. You might need to come onto your trying to hug shoulder and keep your spine nice and long. And be here for 4 breaths. And when you're ready, coming back up. Moving your bolster out of the way a moment here. And then stepping the right foot forward. We'll take low lunge on this side. So bringing your hands at your right knee. Just feeling a bit of an opening through the left side of the thigh. Lengthening through your spine. See if we can draw our right hip back, our left hip forward. So we're squaring the hips to the top of the mat and squaring our shoulders. So opening the chest and breathing in here. Used a block or anything for lizard pose, we're just going to gently shift our right foot a little bit closer to the right edge of the mat and allow our fingertips to come on the inside of our right foot. This might be enough here, or if you have your block or your bolsters, feel free to use those. The support is always good. It's always good for our body instead of just sinking into our joints. Keeping your breath steady and smooth. We're going to be here for about 4 breaths. So trying to find some comfort, leaning into a little bit of discomfort, but allowing the breath to be the guide, allowing your breath to be steady and smooth. We can calm our mind, calm our anxiety with our breath. It's a powerful resource. It's a powerful tool for our wellness. One more deep breath here. Gently releasing, coming back up onto your fingertips or your hands, bringing both knees together, moving the bolster out of the way. An option to take a child's pose here, or you can take a slight variation. I like to tent out my fingertips. This stretches the upper back a little bit more, so your hips can stay a little bit higher in the air. This is also called puppy pose, puppy dog pose. You might feel a lengthening through your spine, just allowing your hips to be moving towards the back of your mat while your fingers are reaching towards the front of your mat to create some traction in your spine. And wherever you are lifting, allowing your breath to fill your back body. And gently releasing, coming into downward facing dog. We'll be here for 1 breath. When you're ready, stepping your left foot in between your hands. I'm going to turn our right foot towards the long edge of our mat and rooting your right heel down. We're setting up for warrior 2. So the left toes are facing towards the front of the mat and the left knee is in line with the left toes. And as you're ready, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up and open. So you might adjust your feet a little bit more. The idea is to have a nice wide stance, as wide as you can. And it opens through the hip here. We're going to try to bend into that knee. Taking a nice deep breath, expanding your arms, maybe looking over your fingertips. Deep breath in, exhaling. As you're ready, bending into your left elbow towards your left knee, inhaling, reaching your right fingertips up towards the sky, maybe looking towards your fingertips. And maybe straightening through the left leg. It's always nice to use a block here. We're taking triangle pose. Feeling a nice opening through the right side of the body. If there's any discomfort in the neck or the arm, you can also bend the right arm and just grab a hold of the back of your neck. Sometimes that feels really supportive. Taking a deep breath here. Bending into the left knee, coming back through warrior pose. Straightening the left toes. So now our arms are wide, our feet, our toes are both facing forward. And exhale, we're going to fold our hips and reach towards the earth. Taking a little forward fold here, stretching out through the hamstrings. And your knees can be as bent as you like. As you're ready, starting to walk your hands towards the right foot. And we're going to turn the right toes towards the back of the mat. Might need to adjust your back left foot a little bit, but the left toes are going to still face towards the long edge of your mat. Bending into the right knee. We're just setting up for the same thing with warrior on this side. So on your next inhale, coming up, circling the arms, bending into the right knee, feeling that strength, feeling that trust in your legs and your roots. Taking a deep breath in through the heart. Maybe looking over, oops, hang on a sec. Looking over your right fingertips. Works okay. And when you're ready, bending into the right arm, into the right knee, taking a side lunge pose here. Deep breath in. When you're ready, maybe straightening the right leg, reaching towards the inside of your leg or touching your shin for triangle pose. Deep breath in. One more deep breath here. That feels good on your neck. You might hold on the back of your neck if you did so on the other side. Bending into the right knee. Coming back through warrior two. Straightening the right leg. And one last forward fold. So option here is to interlace your hands behind your back or take the same variation that we did before and just stretching out the backs of the legs. Maybe stretching out the shoulders. Releasing the hands to the earth, and we're going to slowly make our way into seated. So coming comfortably seated on your mat, extending the legs out in front of you. Engaging the toes. And from here, we'll bring the right sole of the foot inside the left side of the thigh, the left upper thigh. And the right knee just is bent to the side here. And this might be enough. This might feel like a good opening in your hips. If it feels all right in your body, you might start to reach forward to grab hold of your calf or your ankle. Whatever feels good in your body, trying to keep your spine nice and long so your both sides of your neck are long. Again, not forcing anything, just working with what's available in your body. And you're ready, coming back up, extending the right leg to meet the left. And same other side. So we're going to bring the left sole of the foot on the upper right thigh. Taking your time, nice long spine. Inhaling and exhaling, reaching towards your calf or your ankle or the sole of your foot. And finding a steady breath here. Keeping the spine nice and long. Coming back up and extending your left leg to meet your right. Give your legs a little wiggle. You might want to bend your knees a lot here or just a little bit. And we're just going to start to reach for our ankles or our feet here, dropping the forehead towards the knees as close as I'd like to get. Just allowing for a forward fold, a big stretch on the low back. Breathing deeply here. Once you're ready, coming all the way onto your back. So bending your knees, slowly lowering down to the earth. Maybe hugging your left knee in towards the chest. Switching sides, bringing your right knee in. And this time we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. So really engaging the left toes and making the number 4 shape with your legs. So your left knee opens towards the side and then drawing in your right leg towards you. So you can grab a hold of your back of your right thigh or just at the top of your right shin, whichever feels more comfortable in your body. The idea is that we keep our hips, our low back pressed against the earth here, and our shoulders on the earth as well. So wherever you are, finding length in your spine, allowing your shoulders to soften, allowing both sides of your neck to be long. We want to be somewhere where we don't have to grind our teeth. We just want to be steady and finding a little bit of opening. So adjusting in any way. If this feels really tight, you can also just sit up and lean back a little bit with your legs in the same shape. Just takes a bit of the pressure off of the hips. Softening the face. Maybe allowing your gaze to be soft or your eyes to close. This is also a really great form to do if you're used to sitting a lot. When you're ready, gently releasing the right sole of the foot towards the earth and letting the left foot go. Same other side, so bending the right knee and flexing the right foot, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Just taking a moment to allow your hips, your joints to get settled into this form before you start to pull the left leg towards your chest. And when that feels good, you might grab hold of the back of the left thigh or the top of the left shin. Just a gentle reminder to keep the right toes engaged. So lifting your toes towards your shin, keeping active, like keeping your muscles in the top of your foot active. This just helps to protect the knee from any injury. And just noticing any sensations. You might feel some sensations on the outer right hip. Might feel sensations through your lower back. Just getting curious and inviting your breath to help you smooth out the tissues here. Softening the space between your eyebrows, softening the jaw. Maybe even closing your eyes if they're not already. When you're ready, gently releasing the left foot towards the earth and letting the right foot down. I'm going to take one final form here. So a couple of options. You might hug both knees in towards your chest, and that might be a good final movement. And that from here, you can massage the lower spine, making gentle circles in one direction and the other. Or you might take happy baby. So you grab the outer edges of your feet, bending your knees and drawing your knees towards the earth, opening up through both sides of the collarbones. And just taking a few deep breaths here, maybe swaying from side to side, keeping the back pressed against the earth. So whichever feels good in your body, take whichever form serves. And wherever you are, just taking some cleansing deep breaths in. And gently releasing, bringing both the sole of your feet back to the earth. Any other positions into your final resting form. This is called, this is our final relaxation pose. It's where we integrate everything, also called Shavasana. So this is where we really want to keep our nervous system still, and we want to find stillness. So wherever you can be comfortable, it might feel good if you like to put a blanket over yourself, or get your layers on like a sweater or socks. We're going to be here for just under 2 minutes. And I'm going to stop talking during that time so you can enjoy and integrate all the hard work that you just did. Hopefully your mind is a little bit more settled here. I'm just taking the next couple of minutes just to be still. Okay, when you're ready to start gently making your way out of this form, just an invitation to take your time and find a comfortable seat. But before you get to seated, just really moving mindfully and slowly, maybe turning to one side and cradling your head and using the strength of your arms to push yourself up to seated. I'm going to close with just reading a passage from the book called The Embers by Richard Wagamis. So wherever you are, just keeping your eyes gently closed, finding a nice comfortable seat, or if you feel like you need a bit more rest, you can stay laying down. Life is sometimes hard. There are challenges, there are difficulties, there is pain. As a younger man, I sought to avoid pain and difficulty and only cause myself more of the same. These days, I choose to face life head on, and I have become a comet. I arc across the sky of my life, and the hard times are the friction that shaves off the worn and tired bits. The more I travel head on, the more I am shaped, and the things that no longer work are unnecessary drop away. It's a good way to travel. I believe eventually I will wear away all resistance until all that's left of me is light. So with that in mind, I just invite you to take the next couple minutes, if you have some time, to write about how you're feeling right now, and just reflect on the practice, reflecting on any difficulties in your life, maybe any resistance. Any of those stormy situations that are happening, sometimes just in our own mind. And start to notice what resources we have to face these things head on, face these challenges, face these storms. Today we focused a lot on our breath. So just inviting you to continue to work with that resource. If you need more time, you can always come back to writing a little bit later. I'm just going to close this practice and just invite you to bring your hands in any gesture that feels authentic to you in your practice. Might be hands at your heart. Maybe hands resting in your lap. And just taking the last minute to think about people and places in your life that you love, and sending your loving energy to those people or those places. May this practice benefit all beings in some way. And we give thanks for showing up and moving together, taking time for our wellness. Gela kasla, gela kastochla, gela kasla bakwila inuch. Oam hayulis, gawala gachen. You're always helping me, Creator. Give thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today. Gela kasla. So I'd love to, if for anyone who is able to stay on and feels like reflecting or sharing anything about the practice today, I invite you to type it in the chat if you like, or take yourself off mute. We won't be doing a formal circle or anything like that, but it'd be great to hear anyone sharing anything that they observed or anything that they feel like sharing. Thank you.
So,
No pressure at all.
so just from the group in the hello, thank you so much, Jessica. Just from the group that was here at the University of Arizona, the Native American Student Affairs building. This was really relaxing. It was fun to do as a group. The centering at the beginning, and then I don't know, the all the exercises at the end really helped de-stress and then loosen up. It was wonderful. So thank you. Yeah. I did have a question for you. What was the book that you were reading from?
It's Richard Wagame's. He's Ojibwe. It's
Mhm.
called Embers.
Mhm.
I really love his writing. I think I gift these a lot to friends and family, and just pick it up and read it on
Mhm.
occasion. There's little passages, and so he's got a number of books like this and other novels and other stories that he's written. So this is one Ojibwe's Meditations. So I really recommend that one's a good one.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I also just got this book for any of you guys who are really interested in writing. I love books, and I just got this one as well. So this one's a good one for journaling,
Yeah, I mean, if possible.
healing through words. Yeah.
Awesome. No, thank you.
Thank you.
We had one more question from the class, which was just about really enjoying this this class here, and just what kind of tips you had for breathing techniques, but also like really trying to get into yoga more, just from someone who doesn't really do it. It's like I personally just don't do it, but you know, and like I feel very stiff, but after, you know, this type of like 40-minute exercise, I feel refreshed. So what are some ways you think could, you know, to get more into yoga?
Yeah, and yoga is such a beautiful system, and it's a lot more than just the physical forms that we just practiced. It's a very holistic approach. So there's a lot of endless ways to find what works best for you. There's different schools of thought that say, to really calm our mind. So yoga is a system, it's a spiritual system, but it's really about calming our mind. And the best way to do that, from my experience and from just reading about the yogic text, is through our body, so through these forms, and also through consistency. And so oftentimes I find, at least for me, what's true is like I can get really in my head about things. That's a lot of my work, is a lot of writing, a lot of thinking critically. So it helps me to just get in my body, and I can do that by movement, and finding some stillness, as well as connecting with my breath. And when we start to connect our breath and our movement, it really helps us to feel more aligned with a truer part of ourselves. It's maybe less anxious or less busy. And so my recommendation would be to find a gentle way to start, whether that's starting your morning after, getting ready. I've got a morning sadhana or spiritual practice that I've been following that feels really good for me, that I've been working towards. But by all means, it's different for everyone, especially, some of us have newborns, or some of us have different, number of people living in our household. So for the best recommendation is just finding what works for you, that consistency, and showing up every day. So the consistency really is the medicine, that's the teacher, and we adjust our lifestyle, and that helps us to kind of work with our own conditions. And it's not about doing crazy flexible poses. It's really all about our mind and how we can start to cultivate a sense of calmness, or a sense of, I don't want to say conquering, but to get a bit more steady with our thoughts as best as we can in this crazy world. So everything else is changing, but we come to a consistent and steady practice, and that's yoga. So I hope that helps. But just starting small and building. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Does anybody else have any other questions? Anybody on the chat want to ask Jessica anything?
Yeah, I'm going to be sharing some more practices as well. I've been busy writing. I'm working on my thesis now, so I haven't had a lot of time to share classes with folks, but I'm going to be sharing a few videos, and I have some on YouTube. And you could also, if you're interested in taking a few more of those classes with me, you can check out my website. I just put in the chat, or on my Instagram, and take a look and see. And I'll keep trying to share some more short practices and some practices we can integrate throughout the day. So yeah, and always open to suggestions. If there's anything in particular you're looking for, I'll do my best and try to share that with you all as well. And yeah, definitely look forward to connecting with your group again, and just appreciate the invite. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. We're very, very appreciative to have you here again. And yeah, we look forward to the next time we can meet. Maybe next time we can try to bring you down here to Tucson.
I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Any last minute questions, comments? Billy, you have anything else?
No, I think we're good here. Thank you again.
Awesome. Have a beautiful day. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.